Now, I guess
Okay.
kind of a big question. This may be a little too large to answer shortly, but I know there's been a lot of talk, of course, recently about manufacturing offshore, manufacturing in other countries than Canada. I know that you're a big proponent and a big fan of manufacturing in Canada. What kind of benefits do you see in keeping things here at home in Canada?
We have a really diverse population in Canada, and that diversity allows us to really make unique things here. We have European influences, and obviously we have our Canadian influences. And I think when you combine those things and with the people we have here in Canada and the pride of workmanship that we have, I think we just make a more unique product definitely at a higher level of quality than Asia, China, or Bangladesh or India, any of these low-cost countries. If we're just comparing on cost of production, obviously they're going to be less. But in terms of quality and ingenuity, they can hold a candle to.
Do you think that in the long run, like I know that in the news they've been saying that the Chinese government, of course, is trying to get people to buy more local products and stuff. Is there fear, perhaps is too strong a word, but is there a chance that we could become too dependent on offshore companies for producing this, and then should come the time that we need to, we won't be able to produce locally?
We can definitely produce locally. I think if the government of Canada and the provincial governments spent a little bit more time and attention to the manufacturing industry in this country and tried to help it, and not in terms of subsidies, but in terms of global recognition, in terms of bringing our products to market, into global markets, there would definitely be a growth in manufacturing. We opened 8 years ago with 5 people, and now we employ over 50 people in Toronto, and we're still growing. And we're growing at the very high end of the market because we're fulfilling a niche that we seem to be able to fulfill in Canada. And I'm sure there are many other companies in other sectors that can also provide that manufacturing ingenuity and intelligence that we have.
Okay, excellent. What's been the sort of the biggest obstacle, I guess, that you face on a regular basis in terms of manufacturing?
I guess, until people actually see the product and we explain the product and how it's made, because the perception of Canadian-made, the government hasn't promoted Canadian-made, let's say like the Italian governments have, where as soon as someone says made in Italy, there's a reputation and a preconceived notion of what that means. That doesn't exist with made in Canada. So we have a lot more educating to do. If we had a little bit of help, again, from the government, spreading the word about Canadian products, I think that would be helpful.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll leave that stage for a moment, and we'll get more to, I guess, the immediate things. Is that everyone is very pleased that you're going to be coming here as part of the Atlantic Dream Festival and being a speaker during the Dream Festival. What kind of message are you hoping to bring here for that?
Well, I'm hoping to share, what was my dream and now a reality, and how that happened, and the fact that it can happen, and in Canada, dreams can happen and do happen, and also perhaps to share a little bit of advice in terms of personal presentation and how important that is, and the confidence you can gain from that really shows off in your daily life, and how that can also help in business. And also to support, our Atlantic customers. Zachary Samuels, Jeff at Zachary Samuels has been a big proponent of our products. He believes in what we do, and his customers do as well. So we want to come out and make sure we support everyone there who have supported us.
Oh, good. Very good. Have you ever talked in front of a crowd like this before?
Not quite this size, but yes, I've talked in front of some crowds, but I'm excited to come out. I've been to Moncton a few times. I think it's a great city. I love the people in Atlantic Canada. They're very friendly, and I feel at home there.
Great. Well, that's super. Well, we understand that you've had a chance to I don't know if this is the right word to use. Dress certain celebrities? Is that the right word, or clothe, or how do you pronounce it? What do you say?
Yeah, clothes is a better word. Yeah, we do a lot of design and production for film wardrobe, and over the last 10 years, we've dressed a lot of celebrities. We just finished designing and making all the wardrobe for the JFK, the new miniseries on JFK on the History Channel with Greg Kinnear, which is about to air soon, and excited about that. And it's one of my favorite things to do. It's a new challenge, and because we've done wardrobe from the early 19th century all the way to modern day and everything in between, it's a nice challenge.
Well, how does someone get your number? Like, how does understand you? Mark Wahlberg has crossed your path. Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Robin Williams, Harrison Ford. Basically, we've developed a reputation in the industry, so that usually what happens is the production companies hire a wardrobe designer to dress all the actors, and they in turn come to us for help with typically the key actors, and we sit down with them and design product and dress the celebrities that'll be in these movies.
Well, who's I don't. You probably shouldn't play favorites, but who was the most fun to do?
Meatloaf was really, that was a lot of fun. He's an interesting guy. Pardon me?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Meatloaf is an interesting guy. He was a really good actor to work with. Lou Gossett Jr. Done a lot of work with him, and he's become a personal friend. Robin Williams, I think most people, what they believe him to be, I mean, he's a great comic genius, and it's very hard for him to turn it off, and he had the entire staff here just rolling on the floor. So there's a lot of fun moments also with working with these celebrities, obviously.
I'm assuming that with Robin Williams that he kind of kept the jokes a little toned down when you're doing the inseam, that you're one of the steady hands,
No, because the camera wasn't on, he was on his A game, that's for sure.
Well, Antonio, it seems like you're on your A game with what you've been doing and the work you've been providing people there in Toronto, and we're wishing you all the very best, and in advance, welcome back to New Brunswick. We're looking forward to seeing you at the Atlantic Dream Festival.
Thank you. Look forward, and hello to everyone, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Great. Thanks very much. Well, that was Antonio Valente, clothier, dresser to the stars. I wasn't dresser. What's the term he used? Wasn't dresser. What did he say? Clothing person to the stars. Canadian designer and well-known speaker who's going to be coming to the Atlantic Dream Festival next week, and we're very excited to be welcoming him here. That's it for this week's live stream from NBTV Today. I'm Eric Jingles. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.